Hey folks, welcome back to Stuff and Such. We're doing a quick little video here as the season of honey comes to an end. Just wanted to show a little method I've kind of come to like on how to get the honey out of the bee boxes. No, let's try that again. How to get the bees out of the honey boxes. It's kind of been a bit of a struggle over the past, I'll flip you around. It's been a little bit of a learning curve watching other people do it and how they tried to take honey off. And this method seems to be working all right. This way, over on the bee yard, I go in, I hit them with a BB gun, a fume board, so it kind of lessens the numbers in the honey supers, and then I pull the honey supers, transport them down on a piece of plywood that has some of the butyric acid in it. Bees fly out a bunch, and then I put them here in the yard for a day or so, maybe a little longer. And what I do is on the bottom is a bee escape. So the one on the bottom, it looks like this. The bees, this is on the honey side pointing towards you, so you would be honey. A bee would come in and then go down these holes out through the cones and then can't come back through the screen, and they can't really find their way back up. So that's one style. Another style is these trapezoid escapes, and inside there's you can sort of see the irregularity of the mold and the squares. So inside there's some triangles and little navigating pathways, and they can't really find their way back. Here comes a bee out. These ones have been both the cheapest and the easiest to make. You just basically need a flat board with a hole drilled in the center, and then you screw it to the flat board and then set it on top. So it works probably the best, but it's not always foolproof. Usually you can pretty well clear out all your boxes in a day. I just pulled these about 4 hours ago. So on the bottom I got one, and on the top I got an escape as well. Typically if after 24 hours there's still bees in it, typically what'll be the problem is that there'll be brood or eggs or something holding the bees in that box still. But I've had not the greatest experience with these ones. I've had better with those ones. So yeah, what also you need to do is kind of just walk around them. Any shoddy boxes that aren't really square or the edges are chipped out, you got to tape up. So right there, I think I got fixed there. Looks like a hole, but it's not all the way through. Typically you'll see a crowding kind of like that if there's a hole, but I had looked at it fairly long time. It's just that the boxes aren't fitting tight together and the scent's coming through, so that's why they're there. Yeah, just a quick little video, just sharing some tips to others that might be looking for a method. I've seen some where they stack all the I've seen some methods where they'll stack all the honey supers on top of the escapes, and then come back and pull the honey supers off afterwards. I don't know, I've never had good luck with that. It seemed like it was hit and miss. Obviously there's big commercial guys that do that and seem to have no problem, so whatever about my method that I was doing wasn't working well. So I'm just adding my voice to the help for those that are a little less experienced than myself. So yeah, if you want, give this idea a try. It would pretty much only work well if your bees can fly back to the yard. If they can't, then all these bees will eventually be dead. So just keep that in mind. If you pull your honey and then drive it 5 to 10 miles or wherever, your bees aren't going to make it back to their home. They'll be out likely of the box, but they'll be just lost to the elements. Which in the grand scheme of bees, it's not that big of a deal. Most of these bees, these old forager bees that are in the honey supers already, are likely going to be dead anyway. The winter bees aren't really hatched yet. Anyways, that's all I got to say on that matter. We'll be picking up on other projects in the near future, and we'll see you on those ones. Bye for now.